So, it's been too long, hasn't it, guys? Let's review Superman. I got nothing.
The Review Warrior.
So, Superman was directed by James Gunn and it stars David Corenswet, Rachel Brosnahan, Nichols Hoult, Nathan Fillion, Isabela Merced, Anthony Carrigan. Hell of a lot of people in this film. Okay, so first, a little explanation for you all. I know I was going to review all of the Superman films, but one thing led to another. I got a little bit sidetracked. I was a little bit busy with work. I had a really bad tooth infection, and honestly, I lost my urge. It happens. It happens to any good film reviewer, or me, because I know for a fact I'm not a good film reviewer. I'm only just starting, man. Give me credit at least. But anyway, going into Superman, judging by the trailer, I thought that this film was honestly going to be really good. I mean, it's got a good film director behind it, you know, James Gunn. We've all seen the Guardians of the Galaxy films. We've seen Slither, we've seen Super. We've also seen the Scooby-Doo films he was part of. But that just begs the question now, doesn't it? What's Superman like? I've heard all the reviews. I've heard nothing but good things. I've heard David Corenswet was good, and I've heard Nichols Hoult was good as well. And I'm another person here to say Superman really was good, and here's why. So going into what I liked first about Superman, we've got to talk about the man himself, David Corenswet as Superman. You can definitely tell. I know I say this a lot in my reviews, but David Corenswet was definitely made to play the role of Superman. He's exactly how Christopher Reeve was in the original films. He's fantastic. He's super in the action. You know what? There's something I want to talk about as well. He's very different to the original Superman. He's serious, but whenever he's around Krypto, he's very playful. I also remember one scene in the film where Superman comes back to the Fortress of Solitude and he sees everything is just beaten down. And he sees Krypto. He goes, "Krypto, what the hey, dude?" It's things like that I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, "That's not my Superman," but to me, it's different, and that I do like different in some films. And I'm not saying that about Lilo and Stitch. I know I said I didn't like many differences in Lilo and Stitch, but for Superman, I didn't mind them. Like some differences were welcome. Kind of like Superman being playful with Krypto. And I never knew this about Krypto, but apparently that's actually James Gunn's dog. Who's, well, not saying it's James Gunn's dog in the CGI suit. I'm saying that apparently James Gunn's dog, who's a rescue dog, which I do love, is very like playful and very ecstatic and very erratic, that kind of thing. He's very playful. And how many times can I say playful in this review? But yeah, David Corenswet, he's done Christopher Reeve proud. Take a bow, buddy. Now we have Nichols Hoult playing Lex Luthor. As far as I'm concerned, he was a good Lex Luthor. Again, going back to the film a minute, we've all seen the clip online. You know, when Superman goes into LexCorp building, going up to Lex Luthor and shouting, "Where's the dog?" And Lex Luthor's just sitting there like, "Hello, Superman. Would you like a cup of coffee or anything? Nice to finally meet you." He's the kind of Lex Luthor who just does not give a shit. He doesn't care whether he's going to get the shit kicked out of him or not. Again, I liked Nichols Hoult as Lex Luthor. I thought he was very like menacing, but also calculated, calm. He knows what he's doing, you know. There's one thing I liked about this film, and that's some of the cameos. I'm not going to tell you who's in it, but who plays the Superman robots? They were good. A couple of cameos on TV, and this one's gonna be no surprise. But there's also a cameo from Will Reeve, Christopher Reeve's son, which I loved. I saw his name in the credits, and I was just like, Christopher Reeve's gonna be proud of him. As for the action scenes in the film, they were honestly really cool. they were shot in like you know, like the action scenes in Aquaman, where they're just like 360 camera, you know, very like shaky. It was kind of like the hallway scene in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Again, another James Gunn film. And that scene does it so well. I think James Gunn was like, you know what? Let's do it again as Superman. Why the hell not? What's the harm? And there's one more thing I like that I want to mention before I go to my gripes for Superman. And that's the score by John Murphy, I think it was. His version
Verdict
of the
time.
Superman theme. We all heard it in the trailer. You know, the rock version when it goes down, now, 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 now. That's in the film. And when that started playing, I was like, yes, come on. Oh, God, this film's good. I'm not going to lie. Now, as far as gripes go, I will say that some of the CGI did look a bit unfinished. You know, with the massive kaiju, the Superman fights. And as much as I love Krypto, the character, some of the CGI on him looked a little bit iffy. Like, it could have been done a little bit better, even though Krypto's cute as hell and I really want him. Some of the CGI was a bit naff. That's about it, really. I haven't got much else to say about Superman. I genuinely loved it. So anyway, you know what time it is.
Verdict time.
So in the end, Superman was damn entertaining. David Corenswet was amazing. The whole cast was perfect. Nichols Hoult played Lex Luthor. He was cool and calculated. Loved him in the film. I love Krypto, even though the CGI was a bit meh. The direction by James Gunn. This could be the start of something new, and I do like the direction it might go in. So, this new DC, I'm up for it. So anyway, with that being said, I'm going to say that the 2025 Superman is a damn good time. And as always, there is going to be something after the credits. The first scene, it's only about 5 seconds long. It's a nice little scene. I'm not going to say what it is. Don't worry. No spoilers here. First scene was quite cute, I'm not going to lie. Second scene, as always with comic book films, it is very comical. Was that a pun? Yeah, it's exactly what you'd expect from James Gunn. And either way, I recommend that you go and see Superman. So the 2025 Superman, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or what is your favourite incarnation of Superman? Whether it's Christopher Reeve, Henry Cavill, David Corenswet, whatever it is, comment below. Let me know what you think. I've been the Review Warrior. Thank you so much for watching and checking out this video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and 440 subscribers. I noticed that this morning before I went to see Superman. God, you guys are cool. I know it's not a massive milestone just yet, but 440 people subscribing to my channel, staying here, waiting for me to review films. I do appreciate you all. Thank you so much for watching and checking out this video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and be sure to check here for more fantastic reviews coming up soon.